Hi, students. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So, I came across this video and a comment that was dropped by a white man who actually came up to say that people that look like me are all negative, right? I mean that they are a negative to American society, and he was saying life was actually pretty good the time we were looking for civil rights. But right now, it is not great as it used to be. So back then, when we were looking for a way to vote and all that, have access to so many things and have our own rights and all that, it was okay. Why? Because they could do some certain things and get away with it. But now we have the right and we can actually stand up and say we want this and we do not want that. So what he is saying back then was good, and now we are all negative. And he is actually saying that you all leave America, right? Because you all are negative. And I am asking, I love the people that responded to this video because they made great sense. Shout out to the work gardener. Shout out to Mr. Thomas, Bishop Thomas. You all are doing great. I appreciate all you all do, right? So calculate all the money, calculate all the money and pay up so they can leave. And you all should stop forcing things on Black people because the way the whole thing went, you all saw it. It was televised. It was one of you that did it. How come Black people are being targeted or being talked about over nothing, something they don't know anything about? Let's get into this video.
You know, I love showing this picture off, but before I do, let me go ahead and read this comment. The truth as a whole, blacks are a net negative to American society. It hasn't always been that way. Era of civil rights was inspiring, but today that is the truth. I love showing this picture off. This is in the Lorraine Motel Museum in Memphis, Tennessee. I love showing this picture off because I always like watching people eat their words. So let me show you, let me go ahead and read it for you. On the cusp of the Civil War in 1860, the nation had nearly 4 million slaves. They were worth more than $3 billion. This is 1860, roughly $10 trillion today. If we are such a net negative, break off that 10 trillion and we'll walk away. We're net negative, right? You said this. You said this. We are a net negative to American society. So break us our 10 trillion and we'll walk away. That's all you got to pay right there. 10 trillion. And we will walk happily. We will walk happily. Because in addition to that $10 trillion we're going to walk away with, which will bankrupt this fucking country completely, 100%. Y'all talk about the fucking national debt. Pay us our 10 trillion and watch what the fuck that debt goes to. In addition to that, we're taking every single solitary bit of our labor, our intellectual properties, everything. We'll walk away. We will walk away. With that level of capital, any country that doesn't want us doesn't matter. We'll make our own. Because that would be money to every individual black person in America that you consider to be a net negative. You said that, not me, you did. And TikTok, this is for educational purposes only, blah, blah, blah. Because I know you're going to protect this racist ass motherfucker against me saying it, but don't worry about it. I'm taking over the Instagram anyway. Now, pay us the 10 trillion. Let us leave free and clear. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. In addition to the money that's coming out of the coffers of the federal government, which will almost assuredly bankrupt this country, is our labor. I know y'all think we all can collect welfare checks and things of that nature, but no, we don't. We pay into this economy. We keep it humming. Can you imagine taking 13% of your economy out of circulation in America while you're already bankrupt after paying us what basically amounts to $10 trillion to go away? Can you imagine that? Can you? And do you honestly think our allies are going to stay here? Or our accomplices? Nah, that ain't happening. That ain't. There's going to be a whole lot of white folks who are going to be fed up with thinking like that. They're going right along with us. And if they can't live directly where we live, they'll find someplace else other than this place, because who in the fuck would want to be here? You talk about net negative to American society. Really? How much money do you have in your pocket? How much of it do you pay to your federal government? You like driving on roads, don't you? Bridges, things of that nature. You love that, right? Love doing that. Can you imagine if we took our money and walked the fuck away, what those bridges and roads would look like? But we're net negative, right? Right? Mm-hmm. Whole lot of labor-intensive jobs that black folks have been doing for decades won't be done without us doing them. Whole lot of culture and influence that you have. No, not anymore. Because they're going to be certain allies to the United States that ain't going to want to fuck with y'all. If you pull that racist bullshit, they're going to look at this and go, oh, well, this is no longer a superpower. It's basically a fascist state. And they will turn their backs on you. You won't have to wait to turn your back on NATO. NATO will turn their back on you. I mean, did you really honestly think they were going to watch you do this and be okay with it? No. No. And if you got your chance to get rid of all the Mexicans, the Asians, the Jews, the Muslims, the LGBTQIA+, now you no longer have a country. It's a shithole. How many times do I have to keep saying this to y'all before y'all let it sink in? Maybe in your life, we're a net negative, and quite frankly, we're glad because nobody wants to be around you, but y'all keep talking like y'all have the nuts to run this bitch without us. And quite frankly, you don't. You just don't. Oh, sure, you're going to keep a couple of them Coonesians, but I mean, if all black folks are a net negative to society, then they ain't going to want to, you ain't going to want them here either. Just think about that. A nation without black people in it. And then once we're gone with our $10 trillion, do you think we are going to hold on to that American exceptionalism shit? And we're going to badmouth you every chance we get. Our scholars and intellectuals will badmouth you every single day. The nightly news in the places that we land with that money will demonize you on the nightly news. America will be the most hated country on the face of the earth. Face facts. And I really want you to face facts. Okay? You need us. In fact, America needs every hand it can get. The time for y'all to pretend like you guys are somehow the superiors in American society is long past gone. It is. That might work for the rubes, but it doesn't work for everyone because we know the truth. You want to test whether or not black Americans are a net negative, then just pay us our $10 trillion and let us go on about our business. Free and clear. No, you have to pay the federal government to renounce your American citizenship. No, just pay us our $10 trillion and we'll walk away. That's it. That's all you got to do. Test it. You ever wonder why nobody's ever done that? Oh, sure. The most virulent racist likes to say they should go back to Africa, but he ain't willing to pay for the plane ticket now, is he? Do you know why? Because that white ethno-state that he would want would last about a week. About a whole ass week. If somehow David Duke was to get his wish and he wakes up and he has a pure white Aryan nation, it would be a shithole in a month. a shithole in a month. Because the white majority in America is shrinking. White people are not having sex and having babies at the rate they used to. And some of the people that swear up and down they could do these jobs can't. They can't. I'm sure they like to feel superior. They like to think that they can shit on people of marginalized communities, black folks, Jew folks, Muslims, things of that nature, but they understand we're the undergird of this nation. We're the ones that keep America great. So if you think that we are a net negative and we should just walk away, it's real simple. Black folks is not walking away without any money in our pocket. That's what my mama used to tell me. Don't ever go someplace without money enough to be able to get yourself back home. So pay us our $10 trillion, take the consequences that come with that, and let us walk away. And I guarantee you, before the sun sets on exactly 1 year of that from that happening, you will be begging to have us come back. And I mean begging. Every white person in this country would be like, please come back, please, please come back. This is not America without you. So you want to test the theory? It's going to cost you $10 trillion. Want to take that bet? I'm guaranteeing you, you don't.
Good morning, TikTok. Got your coffee? I've got mine. So, listen, this morning I want to talk about something that, strikes me as funny. Not funny, haha, but funny, And it is all these white people who are attacking black people, and trying to appeal to the humanity in us that they have long been denying since we were dragged off those boats in chains. Black people don't have to care about the shooter or the person he shot. We don't have to care about racists. We don't have to care about white people who were attending, for all intents and purposes, a Klan rally. We don't have to care about that. And now you're down in our comments trying to appeal to our humanity. You know, that mentality harkens back to slavery, during a time when your ancestors forced my ancestors to care about you in ways that they shouldn't have. For their safety and right down to their very own lives, they were forced to put whiteness before blackness. They were forced to make whiteness the default over blackness. And to this very day, unfortunately, there are still a lot of black people whose default is not set at blackness, it's set at whiteness. And that is why you all are so used to so many of us caring about your well-being ahead of our own. And so when you come across black people who will say out loud with a full chest, we don't care about the shooter and we don't care about the man he shot. These are people who come November will have actively voted against women. These are people who come November would have actively voted against black people. These are 2 less votes for Trump. Strike that last part. At the end of the day, you have no right to tell black people that we should care more about hateful white people than we do ourselves. That's weird. Acknowledging our humanity when it suits you is not working for a lot of us. Acknowledging our humanity when it benefits you and serves you is not working for us. This is me saying the quiet part out loud. I don't care about neither one of them. I don't care about nobody at that rally. I don't even care about the kids. I'm gonna go that far. Because these are children who would have been raised to give my grandchildren hell one day. I don't care about them either. And nothing you say, nothing that you do, is going to make me care. I don't care. I don't care about anyone who chooses to look at my identity, black woman, and decide that I am unworthy. Decide that they hate me. decide that my life should be harder because I was born black and because I was born a woman. Miss me with that BS. Now, unfortunately, there are a lot of Rockies out there that's going to make you all feel like you have the right to do that. They're lost and we can't help them. And so we have to take a book from our sister Harriet's page and we got to leave them behind. They not like us. You can have them. But the rest of us didn't care on Friday. We didn't care on Saturday. We didn't care on Sunday. And we ain't gonna care today. We do not care about the people who hate us with their whole chest. 2 less votes. Y'all have a good day.
And that is on period. They absolutely do not care, and they are not acting like they do not care. It's very obvious that they do not care. So it's left for us to decide what we want and what we do not want. It is just his audacity to tell us, I mean, straight up in the face that a whole blacks. Is always the way they say blacks, you know, that you all are negative. How are we negative? What did we do to you that made us negative? This is something that they have already concluded in their mind that when you see these people, let's just cancel them, you know? Like shout out to Mr. Famous. He's always coming through, you know? Pay black people their money so they can live. He calculated it and you all heard it. So if you all think that they are negative or they are not adding any value to you and all that, pay them and they are gonna leave. And like he said, he likes driving through the road. He likes driving through the bridge. He likes going to some houses and all that. They are all black people swear that you all till this very moment are denying and keep asking us, why is it that you keep talking about something that happened how many years ago when you all are still sitting on people's blessings? How do you want to get your own blessing? You know? And this, I love the fact that this incident that happened last weekend over the Pe0ple that happened during campaign has opened a lot of people's eyes to see the people they are dealing with. Because each time we talk about how they are ready and they are going to vote against their own interests, it sounds like story. But you all and we all can see how it is happening. You see all of them jumping out from their shell to talk and telling us that we are very happy over what happened, like we are the ones that did it. It is you people that did it. How come we are being blamed for what you people did? And not just what they did, it's also someone from their own party, if that is actually truth. But from the way things are, this got nothing to do with us. How come we got into the discussion? How come all of a sudden we became the negative? Because we refused to support bad thing, because we refused to be trampled on, because we refuse to let people sit on us. Black people are not going to sit down and watch things go bad, because in the end, they are going to be the ones to suffer, right? So they are not going to vote for something that in the end that they are going to regret. I see, like I keep saying, I am not campaigning for anybody, right? But when I see where something will hurt my people, I talk about it. So for majority to be coming out to say this is not what we want, this is what we want, then why is it hard for you people to respect people's view? And then you people are going to be the first to say that we are uneducated. When you all cannot comprehend simple thing, let us vote for who we want. Vote for whoever you want to vote for. It's okay. We are not complaining, but leave us in peace to do what we want to do. Stop coming every day to attack people. That does not make sense. So let me say it one more time for those that did not hear. It is not our problem. You all saw what happened, and it is from you all side, not just being from your side, someone from also your party. So how come all of a sudden black people are negative? Now they should leave. Leave to where? Pay them before they leave. So not until you pay them, they ain't going anywhere. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.